We had to take this entire conversation, Casey, and I had to give you maybe a few minutes to what we should do from here going forward to make meat affordable again in the United States, and hopefully other countries will follow if they have their own policies. What should we do? My goal is not only do I want to make America great again, I want to make America healthy again, but I want to make meat affordable again. So if we had to take this entire conversation, Casey, and I had to give you maybe a few minutes to what we should do from here going forward to make meat affordable again in the United States, and hopefully other countries will follow if they have their own policies, what should we do?
Okay. Well, I mean, right now, as for cattle market prices, the producers are finally making enough to survive and actually live. And it's finally getting to that because the costs and the inputs that go in with the ranching between the fuel and the tractors and hay and feed and everything, literally everything has gone up. I think it's 600% in the last 5 years, which is insane. So, I mean, they're finally making enough money to survive. So it's not on that end. The end where we can, I hate to use the word consolidate because that's what we're fighting against with the big four, but they'll come together as producers into co-ops, just like the American Rancher Alliance. And then you get lower processing costs, lower shipping costs, lower refrigerator space because you're combining those costs.
Yeah.
So it brings all that money back or forwards that money to the consumer that we're saving versus just a regular farm to table operation. And our costs are very low for the consumers. And I mean, it's pretty comparable to where it actually should be. And I mean,
And this is why people need to
price
recognize that
structure.
they shouldn't be getting the beef from these large corporate giants who have any kind of involvement, because indirectly they're actually paying. And my concern too is not only you paying more, you're actually like really harming the American farmers who are actually doing all the work to basically put real food on our tables without any lab grown meat or cricket shit or any injected glue and all that stuff. And I'm also glad we didn't mention it, that one thing I noticed on your farm's website, Hugh Fison Ranch, is that or in part of your ARA contract that you have with all of your connections with your farmers across the globe, is you do not permit any beef that has the mRNA vaccines in it, right? Because
Right. No mRNA, no antibiotics, no
good.
hormones at all.
If I want to take down Tyson, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef, the easiest way, rather than exposing them to the DOJ, which can take years of investigation, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that any lawmaker will know, that anything is never overnight. But what the American public can start doing right now is to stop buying beef, period, from Tyson, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef. And not only that, start buying directly from the local American farmers. And this is why I'm going to promote to buy directly from your ranch and anybody associated with the ARA. And I'm personally going to sponsor you too. I'm going to ask my campaign manager
Thank you.
get the arrangements, and I'm going to ask you to see these carnivores. Oh, I got this great deal at Walmart. I got this great deal here. I'm like, guys, that's great. You got a cheap deal on that, but you're actually buying the shittiest beef you can find. You have no idea what's going to go into it. And you look at a lot of it has natural flavors, and that could be 3,000 things. You know what? Something
Yeah.
that you should do if you really focused on your health and if you really wanted to make America healthy again, you should buy directly from the American farmers. So, perfect. So, hey,
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to list your websites, but what are the two-way websites that we can find you?
Oh, my website is realwagyubeef.com and the alliance is goarabeef.org. And I also wanted to add that on our labels for any of our beef that is going to be inside the grocery store, we have a QR code on that beef. So you know exactly what ranch it was raised on, what it was fed, how it was raised, from birth until slaughter. So if it went from this cow calf producer to this backgrounder within the ARA with this finisher in the ARA, you're going to know every single ranch, and you'll be able to contact those ranches because some of our ranches are farm to table and they do direct to consumer. You would be able to contact that ranch directly and purchase whole, half, quarter shares if you really like that steak, you know what I mean, and you wanted to actually stock up. So it's kind of a nice extra thing. It is, we always say within the alliance that we are based on the 3 T's, and it's truth, trust, and transparency. And that is our mission. That is our mission for the American people and for the American rancher.
All right.